It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for midweek news. This is episode 63 for February 14th, 2024. First up, FileZilla client has been upgraded. The new release fixes a vulnerability and is now built against GNU TLS 3.8.3, and a few other minor changes have been made this time around. Ubuntu 24.04 LTS will have Mozilla Thunderbird as a snap. We all knew that more snaps were coming with the 24.04 release. Whether you love it or hate it, they are here to stay. Time will tell if another party will take up the torch and release a Deb version of Thunderbird. Ubuntu Core Desktop has been delayed. The all-snap Ubuntu Core has been pushed back beyond the release of 24.04 LTS. Core was never going to be the default, but more of a preview at this stage. I will definitely be testing Ubuntu Core when it's released. If it is what they have said, it will be a game changer for a certain segment of users. Fedora announces Atomic Desktop for Immutable Fedora spins. I find immutable distributions to be a curiosity at this point. If they can come up with something that operates like the combination of Windows with Phoronix Deep Freeze, making it more manageable in certain circumstances, it will be especially interesting. Canada to ban the Flipper Zero. The Canadian government has tagged the Flipper Zero as a tool for thieves to use to steal cars. The reality is, after the 1990s, cars have used rolling codes for their key fobs, and it would be very difficult for a Flipper Zero to be used to steal a modern car. I suppose if thieves want a 1995 Honda Civic with 220,000 miles on it, they'd be all set. Old Windows PCs are becoming GNU Linux PCs. While it may not be visible here in North America, in Europe and other places, it is far more common for people to install Linux on older but still serviceable PCs, which can no longer run current versions of Windows. There are some interesting market share numbers in the article for places like Turkey, Greece, and Cyprus. Sure, not the biggest countries, but it is worth noting. Debian Bookworm has been upgraded to version 12.5. The new release fixes 68 bugs and addresses 42 security issues. New ISO images are available to aid new installations. Kodi 20.4 Nexus has been released. Kodi is a media center software and an alternative to Plex. This may be the last in the Nexus series, and this version includes many backports and some bug fixes. HandBrake 1.7.3 Video Transcoder has been released. This is a maintenance release. It addresses some Linux-specific issues. 1.7.3 also addresses a subtitle conversion bug, and for Mac users, a regression that was introduced in the previous version has been addressed. Goodbye, VMware ESXi. Broadcom has announced the immediate end of free ESXi availability. For those who are not in the loop, ESXi has been the catalyst for home lab enthusiasts to get up and running on the VMware stack and hone their skills. Under Broadcom leadership, this product is no longer going to be freely available. This makes me even more happy that I've built my home lab on a product like Proxmox. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to ask that you take a moment to like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Every little bit helps the channel and keeps pushing everything forward. Rhino Linux development to be temporarily paused. The Rhino team is experiencing a few growing pains. To prevent burnout within its 9-person team, they have hit the pause button. More details are in the article, but I, for one, commend them for taking this step for the health of their team and the future of their project. When additional details emerge, they will be covered here. Ubuntu to get a desktop security center. A preview version is available for testing. The Security Center brings together settings that were previously spread out over multiple applications or available only from the command line. This is certainly a welcome change, even if it will only be available as a snap. Mozilla announces layoffs and renewed focus on Firefox. Some products will be scaled back, at least temporarily, in order to focus on Firefox. It is sad the new CEO has decided to cut jobs, but hopefully the organization will become stronger in the long term. Microsoft rolls out patches for 73 flaws, including 2 0 days. February Patch Tuesday, which was yesterday, 2.13, has a good number of flaws that are getting patched. If you're a Windows user or support other Windows users, it is time to get this rollout underway. Windows 11 24H2 update won't boot on very old PCs. The new update for Windows 11 will require the POP-CNT instruction. This instruction dates back 15 years on Intel chips and exists since the second generation of AMD Ryzen. If you have previously used a workaround to get Windows 11 on your old machine, make sure to do a backup of the existing install before attempting the 24H2 update, or you may end up with an unusable machine that does not boot. Of course, if you want to keep using this machine, it would be a great time to check out Linux and buy a new machine to continue running Windows 11. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of another Midweek News. I want to thank you once again for watching, and if you haven't done so, please go down, like, subscribe, and consider leaving a comment or sharing the video. Until next time, this has been the Practical IT Channel. I'm Jeremy, your host. Have a great day.